Alright, let's look at the homework 4.6, problem number 9. Alright, so let's look at that. It says that the manufacturer of hospital supplies has a uniform annual demand for 180,000 boxes of bandages. Right, it costs $10 to store one box of bandages for 1 year, and $160 to set up the plant for production. How many times a year should the company produce boxes of bandages in order to minimize the total storage and the setup cost? Alright, so let's do that. So let's let X be number of setups per year. Right? Then we want to minimize the cost. So I'm going to write the cost function C of X, right? Which is going to be a combination of two kinds of cost. The first cost would be storage cost. Actually, can I do the instead of the storage cost first? I'm gonna do actually a setup cost because it's easier. Setup cost, and then we have to add the storage cost. Alright, so setup cost is easy to compute because we do X number of setups per year, and each setup it costs 160 bucks. So we do 160 times X, right? But the storage cost, so this is what how the storage costs work. Alright, so let's say if you do X setups per year, so each time you're gonna produce the same number of boxes. So each time you're gonna produce 180,000 boxes over X, because you have 8 setup divided into X setups. So divide by that, right? But since the boxes is the number of boxes decreases linearly, so on the average, half of that number will be stored. So you divide by 2, right? So on the average, you are storing that many boxes per year, right? Then it costs $10 per box, so you're going to have to multiply by 10, right? So let's simplify this. So we have 2 and 18, so it's going to be 9. Let's see, we have 0, 0, 0, 0, 90,000. We have another 0, so that's going to be 900,000, right? Alright, so then if you clean it up, the cost function is simply 160x plus 900,000, hopefully I have the right number of zeros, over x. Right? So let's take the derivative. So cost function derivative is going to be 160, and let's see, derivative of that is negative 900,000 over x squared. Right? So set that equal to 0, and I'm gonna move this term over to the other side. So you're gonna get the 160 is equal to 900,000 over x squared. Then we can just multiply through by x squared to get the 160 x squared is equal to 900,000. Right? Then we can just divide through by 160 to get x squared is equal to 900,000 over 160. Right? Then you cancel zeros. Right? Then this is actually kind of nice, because if you take the square root of both sides, x is going to be plus or minus. Right, 90,000, square root of 90,000 is 300, right? And square root of 16 is 4, right? So this is going to be plus or minus, let's see, it's 30 divided by 4, so 9, oh, actually, that's not right, 7, 28, and then 12, so 75. All right. So we got the plus or minus 75. Of course, it's a number of setup, so it's got to be a positive number. So 75 is the number of setup. So let's see. So what were they looking for? All right. So a company should produce boxes of bandages 75 times per year. Let's check the answer. All right. Got that. All right. That's it. I hope that this was clear.